I am sorry, you said the wooden skid in the hospital was approximately how high? 4 inches. So is it correct that when it rotated, it was at least 4 inches off of the ground? Not when it hit. The ground was uneven. Defendant's counsel, move to strike as not responsive. The court, strike it out. So you are saying that the location here, where your foot happened to be, the ground was higher than the ground that was located where the actual skids were lying? Yes. How much room was there from the ground to the bottom of the ground where you were at the point where it made contact with your foot? I don't know. Approximately. Defendant's counsel, I object. He doesn't know. The court, overruled. Answer it. I couldn't even tell you. Do you know whether there was more than one I-beam on the skids at the time that the accident happened? I think there was just one. How many became ultimately present that you could see? Well, I didn't intend to have skids. That is not the answer. It was a frame of 4 pieces. The court, so you would have had 4 pieces lying perpendicular on the skids? The witness, well, there would have been 2 on these skids, 1 on either side. The court, either side of the skid? Yes. The court, the 2 others that you described would have been where? The witness, in between, to connect them together to make a rectangle. The court, were there I-beams all the same lengths? 2 of them were. The other 2 were shorter. They were connected together. It was like a rectangle. Defendant's counsel, I object to Your Honor's taking over the questioning before the jury. The court, objection overruled. Continue, counsel. The connector ones, how long were they? Maybe 8 feet. So is it true that those 2 skids would have been approximately 8 feet apart? Approximately. Is it correct that there came a point that a skid made contact with a portion of the other skid prior to the time of the accident? Yes. Did the I-beam roll over at the exact moment that the lull made contact with the skid, or did it happen afterwards? I don't know. How far was the closest portion of the skid which was run over by the lull to the I-beam that turned on its side, ceasing or causing your injury? I don't know. I don't want to guess. Well, I mean, are we talking about a foot away? Are we talking about 17 feet away? State that one more time. Defendant's counsel, I'm not sure I understand that question, Your Honor. The skid is 10 to 12 feet. Is that what you said? Yes. The court, the I-beam was located on one side of the skid? The witness, yes. Question, so I want to know, did the lull run over the skid right near to where it was located, or did it not? Can you answer that question, yes or no, sir? It hit the end of the skid opposite where the beam was. That being the case, approximately how far was the lull from the I-beam when it made contact with the skid? I don't know. More than 5 feet? Defendant's counsel. Counsel is leading the witness, Your Honor. I object. The court. I will allow him some latitude, counsel. More than 8 feet? I don't know. How much of the skid went underneath the wheel of the, you said it was the end of the skid, right? You can call it the end of it. Did you see the skid there as a result of the wheel making contact with the skid? I don't know. Where were you facing at the time that the lull made contact with the skid? I was facing the crane. In relation to the lull, was it in the same direction, away from the lull? Opposite. So you were facing away from the low at the time that it made contact with the skid? I believe so. You were looking at the crane at the time? Yes. Did you see the low away at that point before the time that it made contact with the skid? No. So was the first time that you became aware of the low in the vicinity after it made contact with the skid? Defendant's counsel, I object on the ground that it is repetitious as well as completely incomprehensible, Your Honor. The court, overruled. Did you actually see the low make contact with the skid? I felt the pain. I looked down. As I was looking down at my foot, I saw the low coming over the top of the wood, watching it with the tire. So did you run around as a result of the contact with your foot? At that point, I was over it already. I like that.